Realtors. Welcome back. We had a special guest today. I had a Daniela. I know her long time ago. My friend Mark. They represent a great builder in the area.
Thank you.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you very much. My name is Mark Friedman. I'm Vice President of Sales at Kolter Homes. And first off, I just want to thank you all. Realtors are an essential part of our business, has been an essential part of our business for the many, many years that we've been doing business. Realtors represent around 60 to 80% of our business in our communities across the southeastern United States. And that goes from South Florida all the way up to Charlotte, North Carolina. Last year, we paid out over $8 million in commissions. And that's a small percentage comparatively to what we expect to do this year. Believe it or not, we are ahead of where we were this time last year. This past month has just been spectacular for us. It was, naturally, March and April were very, very slow. But May, we had about 140 agreements that we wrote, which is typical for us to write about 100 in a month. So we had an unbelievable May, and June, we're already at 72 agreements, and we're only on the 9th day of the month. So it's just been great, and I would say right now, what we are finding is that our realtors are getting buyers coming in from the Northeast. They have buyers coming up from Broward and Dade that are moving up to Port St. Lucie and Palm Beach counties, and it has been an essential part of our business. Over this past month, our realtor percentage has dramatically increased as a result of what's going on. People want that secondary opinion. They want that professional to help guide them through the process. So our job is to try to make your lives easier. And what we do a little different than many of the other realtors out there, many of the other builders out there, we provide you services that are there to help you build your business. So we have something on our homepage called a realtor portal. And this realtor portal is there for you. And what you do is you can go onto this realtor portal, you register, you upload your picture, you put in your information, all your contact information, and it enables you to create flyers for any one of our communities that are not branded by us, they're branded by you. And they have your picture, your information. And that's something you can go in, you can create flyers for the community, you can create inventory flyers. So we keep a certain amount of inventory in all of our communities right now, and inventory is moving very, very fast. So we have a lot of people calling us up saying, what do you have available right now? I'm coming out tomorrow. I need to show some property. Do you have anything available for us to see? We have decorated models, which makes it a little easier to show. But more importantly, you have the ability on this portal to upload your information, and then you can print flyers from our inventory. So you can say, I want to have that home, that home, that home, that home, and print it on a flyer. Or you can say, you know what, I just want it to auto-populate. I want 1 on a page. I want 3 on a page. It's very easy to use. And that's just one of the additional items that's on that website portal. Another item that's on there is we have professional photography that is available to you that has indoor photography, outdoor photography, as well as lifestyle photography from all of our communities around the nation. And you are able to use them and download those photos to be able to be used on your LinkedIn, your Facebook, or any of your realtor posts if you want to have a background on your photos or your website or just a Photoshop. You have the ability to download all these. You can, they are copyrighted, but we're giving you permission to use those photos any way you see fit. You can cover up the brand if you want. The idea is that if we provide you technology and items that you can use, then you're an advocate for us. And that's really what it boils down to. So for us, we want to make sure that you have the information. We've got HOA docs. We've got all that information is there for you to see. So if you went to kolterhomes.com and you looked up, you can see for Realtor Portal. It'll be under one of the top menus there. And you click on the Realtor Portal. You can sign up. It'll take that information. It'll send it out to you to make sure you're verifying who you are so you're not registering your friend with a fictitious name. And then you go ahead and you register all your information, put it in. You're able to create those flyers on your own at any time. Some other things that we do, sometimes people are looking for something they want to list in the paper. We will give you the ability, we won't actually give you the listing itself, but we'll give you the ability to advertise our listings, and we just want to make sure we don't duplicate, that we don't give 2 people the same listing, but we do that through our home office. So if you have an interest and you say, you know what, I really want something to list in the $800,000 or $900,000 range, we've got plenty of inventory that we're constantly revolving through. You can do that. If you say, oh, I want to have something in the 200s, you can do that. So those are some things that we do to help you. Now, with what's going on right now, something that's very, very top of mind is we have a lot of people doing virtual tours. A lot of customers are out of state and they can't travel right now. They don't have the ability to travel. So we give you the ability to register your clients. Now, we would of course prefer that you come in and register your clients firsthand, but right now with what's going on, you can't do that. We have customers this weekend that bought homes sight unseen. They did a virtual tour. They were in New York. They wanted a house. They wanted to have a place to escape to if they want to get out of New York. They bought a house sight unseen. They didn't physically visit. Now, we had a realtor. What did the realtor do? They picked up a phone, called us, and said, I have so-and-so I want to register. You can register via email. You can register via phone. You can register via carrier pigeon. As long as you can get us the information, we will register. You can give your client, sometimes it's feast or famine. Sometimes you have a time where you have 3 showings in a weekend and you can't attend all of the customers that you have. They all tend to come down in one weekend, right? You have one weekend, it's nothing, and then the next weekend you have 3 customers at the same time. So what we enable you to do is you can give your cards out to those customers. They can come in and we will put you on that registration. And we'll call you and say, hey, John Doe is just in, just want to let you know this is what he's looking to, this is what he's looking at. This is the home that he's looking at. And we'll work together with you to see if there's anything we can do to enable a transaction. Now, understanding that sometimes you're just trying to show your own listings, just tell us. Our team, now you may not want to hear this, but this is the truth. Our team understands that you may have listings that you want to show, and the customer says, I just want to see something new. Right now, new is top of mind. People don't want to go into a used home. They want to look at a new home potentially. And so they may just want to take a look, and then you say to us, you know, Mark, I'm really trying to show them another listing. I just want to do a quick presentation here. That's fine. We commend you on your honesty. We want that because we realize that you're going to have a buyer sometime that's just looking to show a new construction just so that they have it and they say, okay, check that box. And then sometimes it's actually going to come in and say, okay, I really want to be a new construction. And our hope is that by us being friendly, cordial, that we'll be able to create a better relationship and therefore we can help your buyer out. So those are some things that we do in our offices. When you come to our office and you bring a client, or let's say you register a client and they come in and then we call you back. When your client comes in, we do things a little differently. We are not questioning your buyer on where do you want to live, how many bedrooms, how many baths, what's your square footage. We don't do any of that. And the reason is because when a customer typically walks into our new home center, they want to see the models. They don't want to see a salesperson. They definitely don't want to see me. They want to see the models. And what most companies do is they sit there and they go, okay, let's do the inquisition on your customer. And that's on the agenda of the salesperson. It's not on the agenda of the buyer. What the buyer wants to do is they just want to get out to the models. So our process is a little different. We will do maybe a 60-second presentation, and then we will let them go on their own with you to the models. And then we'll catch up, because when we catch up, then they'll have some questions. And so that's part of our process. We also use tools called floor plan voting, and we also use a tool called value mapping. And it helps the buyer define what value means to them, because value to them may be very different than value to another person. Value between spouses may be very different. And so we do something called a value map, and it's a process that we use, but we don't do that up front. We wait until that buyer is open to those questions. If we want to first get them out there to see if they like what they see. If they don't like what they see, there's no point in us even continuing the conversation. We could part friends and move on. We may actually recommend another community for them to look at, which is different. We're okay with them shopping the market. We want them to be educated buyers, and we're going to do everything we can to educate them on what their value is and see if ours is a fit, fantastic. If it's not, then we'll try to recommend some place for them to go with you. When you register your customer, just so you know, your registration with us is not good for 90 days, it's 180 days. So you've got 6 months for that registration. That's different than most of the other builders. We protect you. Now, I've had instances where a customer comes in with one realtor, and then 3 months later they come in with a secondary realtor. We will honor the first realtor for 180 days, regardless. And it's something that we have found. We look at this as a marathon. It's not a sprint. We're not looking for, oh, well, this customer wants to work. Sometimes customers are fickle. This guy's going to give me more kickbacks than this guy. We will stick to the registration, and we will call the original realtor and say, look, I just want to let you know, your customer came in, and they want to register with another customer, and we protect you for 180 days. So you may want to call that customer and see what they want to do.
I'm sorry, interrupt
Go ahead.
in this, but it's very important to this. Why? Because any times coming from New York or from Colombia, they come in first to see the house, they go back, and few months later come to buy.
Yep.
It's very important this point.
Yes.
Very important for us.
No one protects you that long.
No, it's that's true.
And it's on our registration form, and it's on our website. If you look, it'll talk about the realtor registration and how long it's good for. But the 180 days protects. Now, if during that 180 days, if you just call us up and say, look, I want to re-register, I want to regenerate for another 180, it's fine. If we end up, let's say it's 181 days and the buyer comes in, we're not going to, for us, it's about building the relationships together. It's not about, oh my God, we don't want to pay a commission. We want to pay commissions. We have no issues paying commissions. We compensate at 3%. On occasion, we may have a little bump on some homes if we're trying to move some specific homes, but we pay 3% on all transactions, and we always have, even during the best and worst of times. We've paid a minimum 3%.
Another thing is very special is the portal for the realtors.
Yes.
That is fantastic to, it's
To advertise.
personalized.
Yep.
It's very important.
It allows it allows realtors to create their own flyers, and you can download these flyers as a JPEG because you want to post to Facebook or to some of the social medias, or you can download it as a PDF to print it and give to your customers. So when you're driving around, you show up, oh, here's some information. These are some communities that we're going to see today.
Absolutely fantastic.
So that's some of the things. Another item that we do that is extremely different, because a lot of our buyers have homes to sell, and this is very common for people coming from the Northeast, very common from people coming up from Dade and Broward counties to Palm Beach and St. Lucie. They have homes to sell. And a lot of times they don't feel comfortable moving forward with the transaction until they sell their current home. So what we do, we have a contingency program, and our contingency program allows them with a small deposit to lock in today's price and today's incentives for 6 months. So you drive around, and a lot of times the realtors are driving around, they go visit 10, 15 communities, and then the customer goes back to New York, and then the customer comes back down in 4 months later, sees another realtor, goes out with another realtor and tries to buy homes. What this does is, while they're down, if they like the community and they want to put a small deposit down, it's a $5,000 deposit, they reserve today's prices and today's incentives for 6 months, giving them time to go back, list their home on the MLS. We give them 14 days. If we need to give them longer to list their homes, we will. And they list their home on the MLS. We request a copy of that listing. And if they sell their home within that 6-month period, then they come in, they say, okay, great, we sold our home. They put down the balance of deposit, and then we start building, we go vertical. If during that 6-month period, they don't sell their home, at the 6-month mark, you reset for another 6 months at whatever the builder price is at that time and whatever the incentives are at that time, and it resets for another 6 months. Now, if we do reserve the right to sell that home site, so if somebody else comes in, we'll take a backup, and we'll go back to that potential buyer, and we'll say, okay, we know you chose home site 10. We have a buyer that put a backup in on 10. You have a choice. Do you want to go forward? Number one, do you want to receive your money back and walk away? So get your money back and cancel the agreement. Do you want to transfer your interest to another home site for the balance of the 6 months? Or do you want to go forward and build? And many times customers say, you know what, I'm not giving up my home site. My home is just about ready to close, and no more inspections, everything's good, no contingencies, and they'll go hard. Others will say, you know what, I want to get my money back. For the most part, that's not what happens. More often than not, they transfer to another home site because they've made the decision to go to that community. What we have found is when buyers make that determination and they place that small deposit down, mentally, they're ready to move in that community. So they go home and they're much more motivated to sell that house and start their new life at a new community. And it tends to go very well. We have about a 92% success rate on this program. We have it in all of our communities all the way up to Charlotte. And at any given community, you'll have anywhere from 5 to 20 at any given time. And every month, people are selling their homes and they're going hard on their contracts. So it's a program that helps you, particularly when you have buyers that you're driving them around and they have a home to sell, but they still want to look at real estate. They can lock in for $5,000. They lock in today's price, today's incentive. It's kind of like an insurance policy, for 6 months, giving them time to go back and sell their home, and mentally they're out of the game. So another program that we do that is a very useful program for realtors in particular.
Fantastic.
And the great thing about that too, the great thing is, in those 6 months, that buyer has gained some equity already, most likely.
Yeah. So let me see if there's anything else I want to mention. When you're doing new construction, number one, it's an easier transaction. We do our own agreements. We handle, if you have an inspection, we can handle the inspection. If there's appraisal, we do have an affiliated lender. You may have your own lenders. That's fine. But if you want, we have an affiliated lender. We have an affiliated title company. We handle everything. It's an easy transaction. The realtors that come in, sometimes they just come in, they register their customers, and that's it. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, we have an agreement, and they're there, and then they just collect. Others want to be involved in the transaction. That's fine. We keep in constant communication with our realtors, and we really just want to build on that relationship. I invite you all to come out and visit our communities. We have plenty of communities to visit. Just to give you an idea, do we have the PowerPoint here? Yes. So I'll tell you about that a little bit. Let me see if this.
It's right there.
Okay. So this is, I'm just saying thank you, welcome. Go to the next one, let's see. So Crestwind Palm Beach is a community that we have that's just opening up now. We can flip to the next side. So this is single family homes. This is in Westlake, and our prices start at $369 and go up from there. It's an active adult community. So what does active adult mean? So Crestwind is our active adult brand. So that's Kolter Homes' active adult brand. What that means is our Crestwind brand is exceptional. We've won Lifestyle of the Year twice. We have an unbelievable following for the Crestwind product. And the reason is because that product is based on 3 pillars: fitness, nutrition, and relationships. It has been proven that with those 3 things, people will eventually will live longer as a result of employing those 3 disciplines. So all of our programming, it's kind of like, for those of you that remember, I may be dating myself, the Love Boat, and you had Julie, the cruise director. This is a community that has a Julie that is setting up wine tastings, that's setting up trips to events, setting up, and they have parties, and they have plays, and we have pottery, we have cooking classes, we have...
You say wine tasting?
Wine tasting, yes, wine tasting.
It's fun. It's going to be a fun way of
a
living.
myriad of events. And when you go to our website, feel free to click on any of the other communities, the Crestwind communities, and you'll see some videos about our lifestyle. Lifestyle is really, if your buyer is really looking for that, we call it 55 and better, they're looking for that lifestyle, Crestwind is the way to go. And there are others out there. You can go check out our competitors and see. We want them to compare. But our lifestyle, because our lifestyle director has won Lifestyle Director of the Year, he oversees all of the lifestyle programming in our communities. Therefore, we have some economies of scale. So we're able to get huge events, huge musical acts that come out that we're able to defray the cost and send to different communities, because we got a bunch of different Crestwind communities. So just Crestwind in general is just a great brand that we truly feel the buyer that's looking for that active adult lifestyle should definitely take a look and see if it's right for them. So
Where is located?
Westlake. So basically, if you take Southern Boulevard, 98 Southern Boulevard, just go west to Seminole Pratt Whitney Road, and then make a right. You can't miss it.
Oh, fantastic. It's 30 minutes from here.
Okay.
And it's a brand new city. It's the newest city in Florida.
Ah, we need a mayor over there.
Yes, indeed. Let's go to the next one. So next slide, please. Those are features. We'll skip through the features. You can come on out at any time. This is where this is kind of showing you what's around the area, but that's hard to take a look. Keep going. Keep going. This is Alton. So Alton is located in Palm Beach Gardens. Those are single-family homes and townhomes starting in the 500s, starting in the 400s. 400s to about 1.4 million. And very, very cosmopolitan community right in the down. It's Alton. If you haven't been to Alton, definitely check it out. It's in between Donald Ross and Hood Road on Central Boulevard. And very, very unique community. We've got some modern architecture, beautiful clubhouse, and another just fantastic community to check out. We've got 3-story townhomes as well as single-story homes and 2-story homes. And the nice thing is on these homes, you also have the ability to have an expanded garage on the back, so up to a 3-car garage on all homes, and also have a casita above. So you can have a separate area above. It can be connected to the house, or it could be separate from the house, where they can have an apartment above, the garage. So just for sometimes you got relatives living with you, or sometimes you get the boomerang kids that want to come back home after they went to college. So that's there for them. And we'll go to the next one. Artistry. Artistry is right near Alton. These are homes that are ranging from 600,000 up to about 1.7 million. This is right in the heart of Palm Beach Gardens, gated community. Definitely worth a look. You've got plenty of models to see here. You got 9 decorated models. Come on out, take some photos. You can definitely use those photos.
I love this community. I love it.
It's a nice one. Let's go to the next one. Canopy Creek. These are estate homes on half-acre home sites. So all the home sites are half-acre or above, and we're starting in the 500s there. So you've got, and this is in Palm City. So it's a little bit further north. It's in Martin County. Really nature-driven community. Nice, has a clubhouse, gated community. Really, we just introduced an executive series, which is a little bit smaller homes, and those are in the 500s. Used to only be in the 800s, and we've got some product in a new section that we just released, the executive collection, and those are just really priced well. Let's go to the next one. Vizcaya Falls. So this is in Port St. Lucie, and this is a community that we've got townhomes starting in the 200s, and we've got single-family homes starting in the 200s. And this community is moving very, very fast right now because rates are exceptionally low right now. So this is a lot of people coming out of Dade and Broward are coming up to Vizcaya Falls. Beautiful clubhouse, huge resort-style pool, as you can see here, workout facility, just a really, really nice family-centric community in Port St. Lucie. Let's go to the next one, Verano. So Verano is, PGA Village Verano is in Port St. Lucie. This is a community that has single-family homes and villas, huge clubhouse, indoor pool, outdoor pool, pickleball courts. We have the largest pickleball complex in Southeast Florida. We just had the World Pickleball Tournament at Port St. Lucie in December.
This is the community, the West Port St. Lucie West to East.
Yes.
When you finish, beside to fantastic restaurant in the.
Yeah, we are Verano. PGA Village Verano is basically if you go to Crosstown Parkway, so just north of Tradition, if you're familiar with Tradition, and it is a very amenity-rich community. There's also, flip to the next one. I don't know if it's there, but we'll see Crestwin. So there's also an active adult area within Verano. So if you have somebody that wants that active adult lifestyle in Port St. Lucie, also in Verano, and we're also associated with PGA. So, which means that they get discounts on golf. They can get golf. They get a membership, a social membership as a resident of the community. But if they wanted to go further and get a full-fledged membership, they get discounts on those memberships. Let's go to the next one. All right. So that's the Realtor flyer. So that's showing the Realtor portal. If you go to the Realtor portal, I should say, when you go to the Realtor portal, there is a tutorial there, so you can easily. It's really, really simple to go in and create your own flyers. Let me see if there's anything else I forgot. I think that's it. Is there any questions?
Oh no, that is look fantastic.
He's very thorough.
Oh my God, yes. Many products in all area that we work, This is fantastic. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. I appreciate the time. Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you for having us.
No. I appreciate everybody over here, and I think so. This is all, and we see you in the next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Guillermo.